Hi there, it's Ryan G. Wright, and the question of the day is, are townhomes hard to sell? And the answer is they can be, and this is why. See, here's what happens. When you're dealing with a townhome, you can't do a lot to improve the outside of your townhome. See, because all townhomes that are in that complex are the same. You can't make your outside nicer. You can't plant nice trees. You can't do your yard amazing. You can't add value that way. You can't do a lot for curb appeal, the way that looks, because whatever's happening in the association or in your townhome is happening to all of them. So here's all you have is inside your home. Now, the insides of your home is the same as everybody else, and typically when you're dealing with a residential neighborhood, you're gonna have homes of different shapes and sizes. You're gonna have some that are bigger, some that are smaller, some that have 5 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms. But when you're dealing with a townhome type situation, there's only a couple of floor plans. There's a 2 bedroom or a 3 bedroom or whatever your complex has, but they typically build 1 or 2 different floor plans, and that's it. That's all the floor plans there are. So you can't do stuff to increase the size, you can't do stuff to increase the outside. See, it's really the inside. But here's what tends to happen when townhomes. When things go bad, banks will foreclose or take townhomes back. They're typically in bad condition. And what happens is that maxes out the value that yours is worth. The other problem that you run into is if you've got people that are looking to buy your home and they're FHA buyers, they typically only allow so many homeowners, and some places FHA won't even lend because the townhome has not gotten FHA approved yet, which can make it difficult on the resale, meaning the new buyer's got to put 20% down. So I think one of the biggest things you've got to do is make sure that it's an FHA approved community. If it's not, you probably need to be very careful in just buying it as a long-term hold situation. So that's something that you've got to look at. The other thing that I think you've got to look at when you're selling a townhome is making sure that you are protecting yourself, because what tends to happen is once a bank foreclosure happens in that area, that establishes the value of those properties. And so you're going to have problems with appraisals, because appraisals are going to be coming in, they're saying this is the exact same house, exact same outside, exact same everything. So there are some pros and cons when it comes to investing in townhomes. Now, some great news is townhomes can be great with rental properties. They typically take care of the outside, they take care of the maintenance, they take care of the roof, they take care of the exterior, so you're only dealing with the inside, so it cuts down. However, you do have an HOA fee that you have to pay for that. So that HOA fee goes in to pay for those things like the snow removal, the maintenance, and everything else. So that's something to keep in mind when you're dealing with it. It's definitely harder to sell a townhome than it is a single family house. And the reason for that is because of the competition dealing with the other homes that are in the area. And I think it's even a little bit harder to improve the value or lift the value through forced appreciation through doing repairs in a townhome than it is for single family. That's not to say it can't be done. That's not to say you shouldn't be looking at some of the townhomes. But single family homes, you'll get a bigger lift. With single family homes, it's typically you're going to be able to get a better deal because there's less immediate comparables that are the exact same square footage, exact same size, then you're going to be competing with when you're dealing with the townhouses. Also, you're going to be able to get a bigger lift with the single family houses. You just are, because you can do more forced appreciation as well. So if you are looking to invest in townhomes, I think using it as rental properties probably is one of the better ways to do it, because it cuts down on the maintenance that you have, but you've got to make sure that you factor in the fees for the association fees. Now, that said, I typically pass along the association fees, or at least the water, sewer, and garbage, to the tenant, and I don't put that in the rent. So if I'm renting it, I'm saying the rent's $1,100. In addition to that, there's a $100 fee for water, sewer, garbage, trash removal, and that's typically my HOA fee or my association fee. So I think that's a great way when you're investing with townhouses. The other thing, if you're looking to fix and flip or wholesale a townhouse, just be prepared that values can fluctuate depending upon what happens and what banks or foreclosures may be happening in the area. So take a look and see if there's any properties that are in default. I hope this helps. If you have some questions, check us out over at dohardmoney.com and make it a very profitable day.